Hello everybody, this is Hal, Quail Studios Guitar and Keys. Glad to have you here today. We're going to play Over the Rainbow to start. Okay, you ready? This is kind of a jazzy version that I have. Let's see, let me look at my my book really quick here. This version is on page, looks like 212. Okay, ready? Goes like this. D chord to a D major 7. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, then the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? There you go. That's kind of my jazzy version. Very good. Let's see who's here. Let me close down my... Let's see. We've got Bob is here. Dean is here. Anybody else here? Thanks for coming along. We're going to talk a little bit about figuring out songs today. Sometimes I get people asking me, hey, how can you figure out this song for me and write it down and write the tab out and all this kind of stuff and tell me exactly what I need to do. And, you know, what I would like you to be able to do is to be able to do that yourself. And in my book, this is my Quail Studios Music and Lead Sheets book. It's a song book. It has tab in it. It has regular music in it. It has a lot of lead sheets. It has sheets that I use when I'm playing a gig. And it doesn't always tell me exactly what to do because I figure out what to do. For instance, on this particular one, I actually didn't write that D major 7 in the lead sheet. I just do it. I have a D chord. And I have this little jazzy sound. So I have this D going to D major 7, which is basically the open D string, and then 2, 2, 2 right across on the G string, B string, E string. And then I do a little open, and then back to D. Like that. But I don't always tell you to do that exactly. I do it myself. You can do things like lift up a chord and see what it sounds like, right? And make it sound really good. Okay, but I was reading through some comments, and someone asked me about a song by, let's see, José Alfredo Jiménez. and especially about Katie James' version. Katie James is from Colombia, and the song is called Deja que salga la luna. And the reason I'm going to talk about this today is because the video that she did on her channel of her singing Jose's song, it's a beautiful song. It's really great. In fact, in the description of this video, you will see the lyrics to it. It's in Spanish. It's also below that in English. And so you can see exactly what it is. But we're going to look at this video really quick. And let me take, let's see. Can I move this? Yes. Okay, I'm going to move my, oops, that's not what I want. Here, let's there it is. There she is. You can see my studio back there. I'm going to move me out of the way. Get me up in the corner here. And we are going to listen to Katie James play this song. And let's see, I need to start at the beginning, don't I? Let's go all the way back to the beginning. And you ready? Here she goes. It's not going to work. All right. Let's all right, let's try it a different way. Here we go. Oops. Hold on.
Deja que salga la luna, deja que se meta el sol, deja que caiga la noche, pa' que empiece nuestro amor. Deja que las estrellitas me llenen de inspiración para decirte cositas muy bonitas, corazón. Yo sé que no hay en el mundo amor como el que me das, y sé que noche con noche va creciendo más y más. Noche con noche va creciendo más y más. Cuando estoy entre tus brazos, siempre me pregunto yo, ¿cuánto me debía el destino que contigo me pagó? Por eso es que ya mi vida toda te la entrego a ti, tú que me diste en un beso lo que nunca te pedí. Yo sé que no hay en el mundo amor como el que me das, y sé que noche con noche va creciendo más y más, y sé que noche con noche va creciendo más y más. Deja que salga la luna.
There it is. That was the recording by Katie James of Deja que salga la luna. I'm going to put me back on here so I can do one thing. and see if there's any comments from you guys. Let's see. Dean, he's saying, what's the song about, Hal? It's a love song, Dean. Look in the description of this video and you will see. Here, let's put me back in here. And you will see the lyrics. English is down below. Let's see. Let's see. Bob Schumann, Dean, does the video seem blurry to you? Are you talking about the video that I just played? Yeah, it might be a little bit blurry. I don't know. Try not to get it blurry, but anyway, I copied it from her Katie James channel. And then what was happening, my stream, is it blurry? I don't know. Sorry. Her audio and her video were not exactly matched up. It's about 6 frames off. So I corrected that, and it's better in the video that I just played. If it's blurry, I'm sorry. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. It says, heads up, we've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Oh, your stream may be temporarily blocked. Yeah, that's true. He's clear here in Hurricane, says Dean. It's okay now. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're going to block my video. I don't know. That's true. That's true. I did play somebody else's video, and it's a great video, and I'm going to comment on it. Let's go back to Katie James and look at a couple of things, like the chords that she's using. I'm going to get another guitar out, my classical guitar, because she's using a classical guitar. And I'm going to put this one up on the wall. Let me unplug so I don't mess things up. All right. Where is my tuner? Oh, it's right there. Right, so what we have to do is I got to make sure that I'm tuned. And she's capoed on the 3rd fret. Let's go to this video again. I can't see your comments because I've only got 2 screens, and I've got to see the screen too. Actually, maybe I'll make her smaller and make me bigger. Maybe that would be better. And then, because I can see it just fine, and you could actually look at that again. Let's see here. Let's make this a little smaller. Put her down here. And I'm going to make me bigger so you can see my guitar. And maybe I'll put her on top. Let's see here. If I can do that, yep. Just trying to work with this. Hope you can be patient with this. There's my guitar. Okay, good. You can see my guitar pretty well. Let's go back to the beginning, and I got to put on my headphones so I can hear what it sounds like. Right there. Okay, that chord right there. I got to put a capo on the 3rd fret. She's got a capo on 3. I think it's regular tuning. I call it regular tuning, or we can call it standard tuning. Capo on 3, that's going to be a G note. That's a little sharp. Here, let's... Oh, I guess I got to plug in. I forget all these details, you know. So when you are playing a song, there we go. When you're figuring out a song, you want to definitely match your guitar to what someone else is doing. let's see. Let's see if it's in tune. Let's play this. Yep, it's in tune. But she's not using the A minor chord like this. The first note she plays is that A note right there. But it's right here. Right there. And she's using this. Let me see if I can figure that out. Right? That's an A note. It's that A minor chord. Let's just figure out what these chords are really quick. So let's just go through it.
Deja que salga la luna, deja que se meta el sol.
Okay, so we got an A minor going to an E, going to an A minor. But she's not using this form right here. She's using this one. Right? How did I know to do that? Well, A minor chord has an A, C, and an E in it. A, here's a C, here's an E. Right? It's important that you know the notes on your guitar. Now, I'm thinking of this in terms of, in relation to the capo. This note is actually not an A, it's actually a C note. But I'm thinking in terms of, okay, if I was in the key of A minor without a capo, right? That A minor chord has an A, C, E. You can see it on the screen there. If you just look, she's got this pattern. And she's lifting that little finger up. Let's go back. Right. Watch this. Her pinky. Yeah, she's lifting it up. And you can see that she's hitting that low E string. Right? So when people say to me, how can you figure out these chords for me and tab them out? You can do this yourself. You can work on it. And some people say to me, well, but it takes me hours to do it. Yes, I understand that. When I was first starting out and playing guitar, I went down to the music store. Here's a story for you. And I went down to the music store and I wanted one song. And of course, back when I was learning how to play, I started playing in 1969. And they didn't have one song. They had books, right? I could actually buy a book with 12 songs in it or 15 songs in it or something. And it had one song that I wanted. But here I am, 14 years old. Now, that was probably about 1971. And I'm like, what do I don't want to buy the whole book. I just want one song. Now today, of course, you can go to Ultimate Guitar or something like that. And you can get one song, which is awesome, really. Couldn't do that back then. So I thought, I don't have the money to buy the whole book. Here I am, 14 years old. I make $1.50 an hour. I make $15 a week at this little job that I have. And I don't want to spend all my money on that one book. So I just thought, well, I'll just go home and figure it out. And it would take me hours to figure out what chords they were and that kind of thing because we didn't have videos like we do today on YouTube. We had records. Put the record on. It's like, okay, where's that note? I can't find it. Is that a chord? Oh, it's an A note. Okay. Is it an A chord? No. Is it an A minor? I think it might be. That's the way we did it. That's the way I did it. And it took me hours to figure out songs until I learned music theory. Now, A minor, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, right? Those notes right there, when I figured out what the chords were in a major key and in a minor key, then it's like, oh, that first chord is A minor. Well, maybe it's in the key of A minor. Okay, I'll check out the chords in A minor. And in my book, I'm going to go back to my book again. Let me pull up my book right here. Where's my book? There it is. Right here in the back of the book, if I go back to, I know you can't see it, it's probably really small. Okay, I'm going back to page, oops. Let's see here. Oh, there, right there. Major scales, that's on page 380. Minor scales, page 381. I've got these all written out for you. So what happens is that if I'm in the key of A minor, I look here and it's like there's an A minor chord, there's a C chord, there's a D minor chord, there's an E minor chord, there's an F chord, there's a G chord. Are these in this song? Let's go back to Katie James' song. Yes, well, it was an A minor chord, and it was an E chord, which is a 5 chord, which is the 5th note of the scale. And A and E, the 1 and 5, in any key, are the notes that those are the chords that we use more than any other chords in traditional music. This is, sometimes you have to learn this by trial and error. So it says here, it says it's an E minor chord because an E minor chord naturally is in a natural minor scale, but when we make it into a harmonic minor scale, we get a G sharp, like this. And we get a G sharp in the harmonic minor scale, and that G sharp goes to A minor. I mean the chord, E chord, because it has a G sharp in it, goes to A minor. So we got A minor and E major, and then let's go back to Katie James.
Deja que salga la luna.
There's your E chord. Then we got A minor again.
Que se meta el sol.
A minor still. Oh. There's a bar chord. I want to say one thing right here. Looking at this, this is amazing because she has the longest fingers I've ever seen. It's amazing. Does she have a 2-inch neck like I do? This classical guitar has a 2-inch neck on it. And that looks like a regular size classical guitar. It's got a cutaway. Mine doesn't have a cutaway. But boy, she has long fingers. I mean, if you look at my finger, look at her finger, she's like above over here, and her knuckle is way down here. It's amazing. Really big. That's a G chord. Remember I talked to you just a second ago about that G chord? There's a G chord right there. It's the 7th chord in the scale. And then we go back to here and we go another bar chord on the 1st fret. F chord. Let's look at the, yeah, right there. So there's an A minor, there's a G and an F and an E major chord.
Nuestro amor.
There's an E chord again. A minor, E again. Ooh. That little interesting little thing that, well, how does she do that? You know, you can see exactly what she's doing there. It's really fun. I love this video. Did you see that? So she went, right? She didn't actually play the whole chord. She hit that low E string, and then she hit part of that E chord, that A note. Excuse me, is that an A note? That's an E note and a G sharp note right there. I'm thinking of it without a capo. And then it goes to here. And you can see exactly what she's doing. Of course, it might take you a minute, if you're really new at this, to figure this out. Right? To figure out exactly what she's doing, because it's like, well, she's not moving very far. How is she doing that? Which strings is she playing? And you might have to look at her right hand. Now, I've got it kind of covered up when I'm looking at this particular player. It covers it up. When I move off of the player, my cursor, then it disappears. Yeah, let's go back another time. Okay, watch this. F to E, A minor coming up right now. Here goes. See that? Yeah, it's really good. So that it's really great. You can see her right hand, you can see her left hand. It's excellent. Let's go on a little bit farther. Inspiración. Now that was a little, there it is. Right. These little using my fingers to do that. That's an A minor.
Para decirte
A minor still.
cositas.
Oh, there's a G chord. Right? She's not playing like this. Now it's kind of like open position. This is why it's really important to study chords also, and how you can play chords. Play a G chord like that. You can play a G chord like that. You can play a G chord like this with the third fret on the E string, and then play the open strings, D string, G string, B string. Right? Just those. That's a beautiful chord. You can play put the G on top there. Right? That's cool. A lot of times I do this. This is my default G. This finger's just kind of hanging out. I'm not really playing that one because I don't need that B note right there. I've got a B note up here, so I don't need the low B note. What is she doing here with this? Ooh. Was that it? Something like that. Let's look again and see what she did. Back it up. Come on, Katie. Oh, no, I lost it.
Llenen de inspiración.
A minor.
Para
Here comes.
decirte cositas muy bonitas.
You'll notice that she went. A lot of times when you play a chord, you can play the notes. That's what she did right there. She played that low G, and then played the G string, B string, and then she let go of the G and played the A note, C note, and went up 2 frets. And when you play it like that, you still have that. You don't actually have to hear that note, that low note, to understand. Right? You don't have to really realize. You just go. And you have it in your mind, and so you realize that that's part of the chord. And then she does something else here.
Corazón, corazón.
Back it up one more time.
Muy bonitas.
Ooh, another little thing. I haven't worked this out. There it is. And then she did.
Corazón.
Something like that, right? I'd have to go back and look. I love that when she's doing those single notes. Da 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 da. All of those little things just really add to her performance. It's really fantastic. All right, I'm going to shut her off here. Just going to take her off the screen and just talk to you. Now, that's what we do. That's how I do it. And it takes me... Now, one of the reasons why I can't do this for everybody that says, how will you figure out these chords for me for the song I've never heard before? Or, write down this tab and all that kind of stuff. It will take me, if I do this, anywhere between 10 and 20 hours to figure out the song, figure out exactly what I'm doing, write it all out, and I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating at all. Depending on the song and how difficult it is, how difficult and how much detail I want to put into it. Do I want to put the lyrics into it? Do I want to write it out just by hand and copy it and email it to you? Do I want to actually go into my, let's see, I've got something called Finale. I use Finale all the time. Here, let me pull up Finale. I'm going to X that out. I'm going to show you on the screen what Finale is. This is Finale. I can actually do a launch window. I can pull up files that I've been working on, and I work on this is a Suspicion written for Elvis Presley. The song Suspicion. I'm doing a tab for somebody, and this takes a long time to do all this. It's amazing how long it takes. Okay, Let's turn that off. Well, thanks for coming. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave you all now. Appreciate you're here. Let's see if there's any questions or anything. Let's see. Dean says, she's got some long fingers. Bob says, I think I'd have trouble with those lyrics. Dean says, just hum, Bob. Yes, great lyrics. I love them. They're fantastic. If you speak Spanish, this is a fantastic song. I just love it. It's just beautiful. It's wonderful. I speak Spanish pretty fluently, and so I fell in love with the song when I heard it. Look at the lyrics in the description, and you will see what they are. It's a love song. It's about people falling in love together and that kind of thing. Love it. Okay, thank you for coming. Apparently, we're still up, and we're still running, so they didn't block me during the stream. I appreciate that. And Katie James, I hope you don't mind me using your recording. And José Alfredo Jiménez, I hope you don't mind me looking at your song that Katie James did. That was fantastic. We're just talking about it and working on it. I don't see anybody else here today. I bet there's other people here. Anyway, give me a like if you like what I do. I've got a few likes here, 6 likes it says. Appreciate that. And I'm going to go hang out with my supporters. If you want to know how to become a supporter, look in the description, Patreon, Subscribestar, or over at PayPal. You can click on that and make a donation and get on my email, and I'll send you updates to my book every month and let you know when I'm live streaming and when I'm hanging out with supporters and that kind of thing. I'm going to go do that because I've got some people waiting. I know they are. They're just chomping at the bit. Champing at the bit? How do you say that? Anyway, thanks for being here. We'll talk to you later. We will see you next time. Take care.